Hey guys, how do I even begin this? Change is something that always gets a mixed reception. In some cases, change can be good. In other cases, change can be bad. When it comes to change, people can be adamantly against it to the point that they are willing to fight a long and hard battle to go against it, whether or not it has any chance of success. Others would welcome change and do everything they can to prepare for it and adapt for it. This has nothing to do with politics. Obviously, when it comes to politics, we got to embrace change. But I haven't been doing that enough. So you're probably wondering why I'm in a black shirt when I'm usually in some sort of shirt with a special design or whatever for videos on here. Simply put, I just got back from the hospital. I was at work earlier this evening. This is being recorded at almost 11 p.m. at night Eastern Standard Time, but I'm going to be uploading it tomorrow, which will be today by the time you guys see it. And basically, I started having trouble breathing. Still kind of do. And was having pains in my left side and my right side. Well, mostly my left side, just a tiny bit on my right side. And on top of that, I had been dealing with the pains for a few days, but only today it came to a head, especially with the hard of breathing situation. And I ended up getting worried that despite being vaccinated, I may have contracted COVID, or I may have just ended up getting pneumonia at the very least. And thus I ended up leaving work. I called an ambulance to bring me to the hospital, and unsurprisingly, since I'm in Florida, all the hospitals are full up, likely due to unvaccinated dumbasses, and I had to end up going to a separate unit. And because of that, not only was the COVID test that they gave me literally, I'm getting performance issue up there. Forget it. It's probably fine. Also, not to mention, why is it giving me claims that there's performance issues? This laptop has 40 gigs RAM, an RTX graphics card, 2060, which is still good, by the way, and a 10th gen Core i7 processor. Why is it? Whatever. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got distracted by that. I went into a separate ER building as a result. And not only was the COVID test that he gave me with the swab that goes up the nose to the point that the person literally jammed it up there and I could literally feel it. It was painful. Let's just say it like that. But on top of that, I have to wait 3 to 5 days. Oh, actually, no. 3 to 5 business days in order to get the results, meaning I might not be able to work for the rest of the week, which will put me in quite a bit of trouble financially, because truth be told, and this does relate to it in a bit, I had taken out a few loans over time since June. One for $2,000, one for $800, and another for $700. I even got an offer in the mail to get a $1,000 loan, but obviously I'd probably be having to pay back $2,500 overall. And one loan is taken out of my check every 2 weeks, at $87. Another is taken out at $29 every 2 weeks. And the third is taken out $30 every single week. Thankfully, that one ends in May 2022, but it was getting to be hard to actually properly save money, not just for extra payments and not just for bills and whatnot, but also for luxuries, I guess you could say, streaming services that I want to be able to support, or at least just use for ease of access, and just not having being stuck with a minimal amount of space to put certain, you know what I'm getting at. So I ended up trying to add on an extra day of work onto my schedule. I had been doing 3-day weeks, usually the weekends, having Monday through Thursday free. And I ended up adding in a fourth day, which was alternating between Monday and Wednesday as of earlier today. I couldn't decide, basically. Which resulted, of course, in like a few that were unapproved, but like I ended up putting in one last one. I may have to put in one more just in case like they approve it out of order or whatever. I'm not going to get into why that would be the case. But yeah, and today was a day that I wasn't actually supposed to have the shift, but I willingly accepted the shift regardless. And I will say this much: the COVID test is going to be taken care of in a few days. Hopefully, only a few days. Hopefully by Thursday at least. But I will say the flu test that I got at the same time was negative and not as bad as the COVID test. And I also got a lung radiology test, and apparently my lungs are clear. So depending on how the test is going to look when it comes back to me via text or whatever, it is entirely likely that I suffered an anxiety attack at work, and not like the kind that like I had like a few times here and there, like for example the one I had a few years ago when I gave up on the weekly schedule of uploads just to upload whenever, after the Arkham Knight video that I did way back when, before Praise Appraisal was even a thing or even considered for that matter. No, this was like one, if it was one, of course, this was like one that I felt like I couldn't do anything. Like I had to go to the hospital to take care of the situation at best. It was bad, man. And on top of that, while at the hospital, knowing that it could have been an anxiety attack, I did some thinking. I know, 7 minutes in, I'm already getting to the point. Simply put, I had to come to terms about this. I just am sick and tired of editing and uploading these videos. I don't mean to put it like that, but in nicer terms, I should say, I have been saying that I've been getting tired of editing and uploading and whatnot, but like, I didn't want to take too long a break because, well, you know, the algorithm will end up deciding that I am no longer worthwhile of showcasing, and let's be honest, they never showcase me anyway, let's be real here. And as a result of that, it just like put me in a worry, especially with like being told that the main focus I should have is to put a video out, but it got to the point where like I literally physically cannot bring myself to edit a video. I can record everything, but editing a video is where I end up being forced to draw the damn line. It's just gotten to the point that I've been sick of doing this for so long. And don't get me wrong, I love each and every single one of you who stop by to watch my content. It means the world to me that you do. But there comes a time and a place when, like, I have to make a decision. And that decision involves, well, not so much stepping away entirely. I want to take a jab at streaming more often in place of making videos. Because streaming would be easier to do. I could do it Monday through Thursday, depending on my schedule for work. Each night, that is. Of course, like, depending on the circumstances, I may not be able to do it immediately Wednesday night or Thursday night because of AEW Dynamite that I like to watch live, as well as, what was the other one? Impact Wrestling, which brings up another point. I am behind on Impact Wrestling by 4 months, largely due to trying to focus on YouTube and editing and such, while also dealing with work. And bear in mind, the only reason I'm 4 months behind is not because of the 3-day schedule. No, it was because of the fact that I was working at most, or at least, 5 days a week, even though, like, that isn't what I was supposed to be doing as a part-time worker. Let's be real, I loved the manager that used to be at my workplace quite a bit. He was a great guy. But the problem was he put work before health. And it feels like he even put it towards his own. And if you're watching this, I'm sorry for airing this, but like, I hope to God you are doing well, man. I really hope you are. With that said, it did feel like at times they were concerned about my health, but they wouldn't let me like adjust my schedule because of Social Security, which added more panic onto me, which thankfully got alleviated thanks to the current manager who said that I can adjust my availability to accommodate with that. But regardless, here's another worry in case you notice. Because I think it's because of COVID, a lot of hair has been not growing back here, even when I've been trying to use what was it? Even though I've been trying to use castor oil and Rogaine, which I haven't been doing properly. It's not easy to hide. Well, okay, it can be. You just got to do it right. But like, even then, like, you can clearly see here. I don't even think it's a receding hairline. I don't know if it's a receding hairline or whatever, but like, it is a clear issue that isn't being resolved. Even though like I was supposed to be using Rogaine regularly, I just never had the time when I first ended up going to the dermatologist back in May because lo and behold, I was working too much and also too focused on other stuff. What I'm trying to say is at the 11-minute mark, I had been putting a lot on my plate and the plate had basically reached its breaking point. And bear in mind, it's not like a paper plate that easily crumbles under pressure. It was like one of those like fine china plates that like can withstand a lot. I think withstand a lot. I don't know. I mean, like withstand a lot of weight of the matter. And on top of that, because of this situation, I'm wondering if it's even worth it having long hair as much as I love having long hair because of this massive bald spot. Jesus, you could like put a campsite in there. So with that said, I gotta focus mostly on trying to improve financially, trying to pay back my loans, trying to pay back my credit card debt that I also have. Well, it's not exactly debt. I just almost hit the credit card limit of my situation and was stupidly not careful. Don't do what I did. Do better with like building your credit and whatnot. Don't like get willy-nilly with that. And with that said, because of that, I am going to essentially step away from making YouTube videos for the time being and focus on and focus on live streaming instead on Twitch. So you can find me had something to eat. Well, whatever. You can at least find me on twitch.tv/thisiscsdx, and while I am also archiving the streams on there as highlights, you can also find the archives on my gameplay/archive channel, which I guess is now an archive channel, called CSDX Gameplay here on YouTube. I have no idea if I will, or when, if at all, I will upload back on here with Praise Appraisal, with whatever. But I'm not deleting the channel. Don't worry about that. Everything that I have on here that I haven't privatized already for whatever reason will be available to view as much as you want. But new content is going to be coming in the form of streams in hopes that it will help alleviate my anxiety issues, cope with depression, and it will at least be like I won't have to worry about putting out a video on time, that I can just stream whenever. I know that I gotta have a set schedule, so I'm gonna try and stream virtually every night that I'm off from work. But if I can't, there's always the following night, unless it's a Friday, Saturday, or a Sunday, in which case I will be busy with my part-time job. Unless, of course, things actually surprisingly take off with streaming, and as a result, I'll be able to make a decent living off of that. Although I've been hearing that Twitch is finding ways to take more money from the creator than anything, especially with PayPal apparently adjusting their rates with that. Apparently I might have to set up Streamlabs CC or whatever that is. I think I might have done that already. I can't remember. It's been so long since I updated that page. Or at least, edited the donation link to say send Sloopernoofs. I don't know. I was late at night. I was tired as hell. I wanted to be funny. Anyway, thank you guys for hearing me out about this, and I will appreciate all the support you guys can give about this, if any. Oh, I completely neglected to mention this. Since my Patreon is centered around my content creation, I'm going to figure out a way to like make it so that it would be adjusted to reflect being a Twitch streamer, if or just a streamer in general. So I have no idea how to do that because all I've known for God knows how long is content creation, not content streaming. But on top of that, I guess it's a good time as ever to note I have a Discord server now that is that was supposed to be an incentive to donate on Patreon, to build a community in that regards. But you're welcome to donate regardless if you want, but I will have to look into like eventually adjusting the tiers at some point. I have no idea how to do that. I mean, like, I'm sure the shoutouts can like be the same, but like that's really all I can really think of in that regards. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully it's not the end with content creation, but I don't know if I will ever come back to it. I just want to see how streaming will go and hopefully alleviate my mind and such. Although Lord knows that I'll probably just stick with streaming from here on out. Because again, I just haven't been having fun with or enjoying the content creation to the point that everything just came to a head and earlier tonight happened. With that said, I ask that you guys please take care of yourselves. It doesn't matter whether it's a physical thing, a mental thing, an emotional thing, or whatever. If there's something wrong and you feel something is wrong, take care of yourself. Like, do whatever you gotta do, so long as it doesn't involve harming in any way, shape, or form, to alleviate the situation. Do something you enjoy. Read a book. Watch your favorite TV show. Or, in this case, streaming show. Times are changing is weird. Watch your favorite YouTuber. And I'm not saying to watch me, mind you. I'm saying to, like, watch, like, whatever YouTuber brings you joy. And I mean, like, if I bring you joy, I am honored and I love that. But I'm saying, like, if it's like someone like Markiplier or even PewDiePie for whatever reason, although I'm still a bit judgmental about that. I'm not going to get into that. There's a whole lot of baggage with that guy as far as I know. Just enjoy your time with that. If it helps you cope with situations, do that. Just, again, make sure that it doesn't involve any harm, self-harm, murder, insulting anyone, bullying anyone, which I'll admit I don't really follow on Twitter all that well, but like, it's too easy to go to the trolls. It really is. Regardless, just take care of yourselves, do what you gotta do in a healthy way, of course, to make sure that you're taking good care of yourself. And always make sure to get checked up every now and then by a physician. Hopefully you'll have the insurance to do it if you're watching this in America. And it's really hard to recommend that actually here in America because of the circumstances, but I don't want to get into that yet. Not for a while. Or something. Who knows? Point is, like, do what you can to deal with situations that are, like, overwhelming to you. If something gets overwhelming to you, take a step back. I'm not the best with medical advice, but, like, take a step back. Try to breathe slowly. Think about a happy place that you have. Think about good memories you've had in the past, present, whatever works. And just do your best. All right. You guys take care. Be safe. Black Lives Matter. Love is love. Please remember to stay awesome. And if you'll excuse me, I have been wearing a knee brace as well because I got arthritis and I think my leg is going numb. Oh, geez. Hang on. I'm leaving this in. Screw it. Why didn't I take this off beforehand? Okay, that's a bit better, but like... Oh my God in heaven. Ah. Oh. I was told it was a good compression sleeve, but they were not lying. But they also didn't say how good of a compression sleeve it was. See you guys next time.